I'm Sarah Pedlow, and I am an artist working with photography and textiles. My background is in photography and installation and mixed media. And I started working with textiles and traditional embroidery specifically in 2009 when I was spending a month in Budapest, Hungary on an artist residency. And I walked into the ethnographic museum one day and was just totally blown away by all of the traditional clothing and textiles. And that led me to really start focusing on working with embroidery and preservation, and then bringing that into my art practice, which is a part of what is in this work that you'll be showing. Yes, so these are a series of small pieces. I've been working with photographs since during COVID. I started working with photographs for my daily life of, the city, the street, things that people drop on the street. And then I started working with images of clothing. So I'm looking a lot at traditional clothing in my work and in my research from Eastern Europe, but also from the Netherlands, and thinking about the relationship between the clothing that we wear and our homes, the curtains over our windows, and how we dress ourselves, how we dress the body, and how we dress our homes. So that led me to start working with these images of clothing and stitch into them and cut and draw with ink. So I have a process of working with the image in several different ways. And it's kind of it's like the original process of working with the photographs was a way of wayfinding and map making through what I was documenting, and then working with these images that are included in the exhibition on clothing, most of which are 19th century blouses, that kind of thing. And there is one image that is contemporary, a self-portrait of me in a fast fashion shirt, a Uniqlo shirt, which is linen, that looks a little bit more traditional. So in working with those, I see that as a way of the actual process of stitching and drawing and cutting is wayfinding as well. So it's kind of like making a map as I draw and work with the geography of what's in the image itself, and then all of these references that I'm using. So what guides me in terms of what I draw and cut and stitch is all of these experiences working with traditional textiles, and also pulling in imagery from my daily life. So there's, for instance, in one of the pieces, there's a bit of a palm tree, and that actually comes from a poster that's, was pasted up out on the street here in Amsterdam. It's always a balancing act, I think, in terms of how I'm manipulating the image. So it's always a challenge to be combining these different drawings and lines, and then thinking about, what is going to be cut, what is going to be stitched, what is going to be drawn with ink, and figuring out how to link all of those elements, and what becomes three-dimensional, right? Because the parts that are cut, I then curl out, so there's a relief quality to the image. So, and they become like windows. So there are these layers of the petals of a flower or a lace collar, and so thinking about what's layering upon what, and what windows I'm creating within windows. I think there's just something so powerful and intriguing about working with the edge of the unknown. When I look at a lot of surrealist work, I think about, a lot of it comes from dreamlike imagery, and ideas of the subconscious. And I think with my work and this process even that I'm talking about of determining what I'm doing with the image, it's like being on that threshold between the known and the unknown, and finding my way through it. I would say just persevere. I would just say keep working. Do as much work as you can and don't get discouraged, and just keep going and, follow your intuition.